wasn't the prettiest game in the world to watch, but we did enough to get the job done late. I thought Surry, hats off to them. Every time we pull ahead 10 to 12 points, they would make a run and cut it. But there in the fourth quarter, when it felt like momentum was starting to shift their way, our kids really buckled down and responded well. Hit some foul shots late, and we got on the boards. We rebounded. So to go back to back, our season was not as easy as I guess everyone had thought it was going to be. When we lose Hannah in the regional tournament with the fractured leg, the season really could have gone either way with the kids. They decided to step up and elevate their play a little bit, and luckily we're back here again. But I couldn't be happier. I'm proud of Kate and Hannah, seniors, 100 wins in their 4 years, 116 overall record. They've meant a lot to the program. Just really proud of them. I'm going to miss them next year, but good ball game. Good ball game. Glad to bring another one back to Buena Vista.
Questions?
Maybe Hannah and Kate, if you want to talk about, and of course, what was it like to? I know it was unfortunate to play, but to be here for the state championship.
Yeah, of course it's hard to not go out on the floor and stuff, but I knew that they could step up and they did it, and I'm so proud of them, and I couldn't ask for a better team. But yeah.
Okay, and Kate, you.
I mean, this is the best way to end a career. It's been the best 4 years with these girls. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Did you talk about that bucket you had, 3-point play, and kind of put it away? It was like a flex cut or something. What was that play there? How did that work out for you?
Right before I went in, Adam told me I needed to step up and be a senior, and I just knew that I had to help my team out the best way I could, and I knew that we were running that offense and that I'd be open at the top, so I just turned and shot.
Coach, you didn't start off the best as far as shooting from the field, but we talked about your defense the other day. Do you feel like that brought you guys enough time to actually settle down and do what you want to do?
It did. We weren't scoring, but they weren't either. We had the lead, so that's always a plus. And we pride ourselves on defense. We didn't execute the way we'd like to have today on the defensive end of the floor, but it was good enough. It was good enough to get the job done, and we grinded it out. And yeah, really proud of the kids after their play.
Kate, can you talk about some of that shooting struggle that you had early on? And senior year, it's your last game that you're going to play. I mean, it's not exactly starting out how you wanted to, but kind of shot through it and made some plays. Just what was that like for you throughout the game?
It was definitely frustrating, because we weren't hitting shots, and it was low scoring and it was tight. So of course I felt a little nervous, but my teammates and coaches, they were all just like, you just got to keep shooting to get through it. So I just didn't stop shooting, and then right when I needed the shot, it came.
Hayden, talk a little about your game, 18 points and 8 rebounds. I mean, you really were rock and roll throughout the game, but just talk about being a part of a team bringing back-to-back state titles.
Well, I don't think it's one person that can really affect a game. My team is we're so good together. We know each other, what we're doing before we even think it. So they knew that if I was driving, I could kick out to them, or if they were driving, we were cutting through the lanes. So just knowing that we've been playing together for so long and getting those shots are easy coming to us when we're cutting and knowing where each other are going.
Mr. Patterson, what do you feel like your job is? I mean, you came in, you gave the team a definite boost of energy and some defense. The guards were pretty tough, too.
Yeah, I'm definitely not one of our, I don't feel like I'm one of our main scorers, or I just feel like my job is to go in, give everyone a little burst of energy and play defense, and I think that's just what I do best. So.
I mean, what kind of challenge did those guards pose? They had one girl was really strong, the other one was quick.
Number 15, she was really, really quick. We just had to stay in front, and I had people to help me back when I got beat, so that helped.
I guess, Haley, you had a really big game in the semifinals. Just talk about how seems like you performed better as the tournament went on, just feeling like you needed to capture the moments?
It was really fun to play in the state tournament again with my team. I knew from the regular season I wasn't hitting shots, so it felt really good. And then in this game I didn't really hit, so I just adjusted.
And if I can double back on that, Haley did not have a great regular season. She'd be the first one to admit that. But I was telling you guys the other night down at Wise, when Hannah went down, and Hannah and Haley, they seem to be a little, I mean, they're tight together, they're cross-country kids. But when Hannah went down, it was kind of like Haley's demeanor changed. It just looked like, I've got to pick my play up. Hannah's not out there with me. And from the regional semifinals on, we got Haley Huffman that we needed. And today, third quarter, Haley Huffman showed up. Haley Huffman hit some big shots. And shots that if she doesn't hit, I don't know if we win. So I'm really proud of her effort. She could have easily given up on the season, the way she was playing in the regular season, but she didn't. She stuck with it, and I couldn't be prouder of her.
What was going through your mind at halftime then? I mean, you got 16 minutes left in the season, and you got 2 points, and team struggling a little. And then what happened? And you came out and hit 4 buckets in the first 3 minutes.
I mean, I knew we had to pick it up a little bit, and I just did whatever I had to give us a little push.
How was the coach, the challenge compared to last year? I think the road was just as
Winning a state is never easy, but to do it again with the target on your back all season. I was talking to Eric earlier in the week, but last year when we won it, we had a bunch of sophomores on the roster and juniors, and everyone said, "Oh yeah, Parry McCluer is going to be back." It's not that easy. So yeah, to go through all the obstacles that we've been through, the long trip to Wise, losing Hannah, and then today, the game, just being tight late, maybe not expecting that as much, but Surry, they gave us everything they had, and the kids withstood it, and able to get another. Really proud of it.
Coach, to piggyback on that, I mean, no offense, you guys look a little spent right now just because it's an emotional, draining time. I mean, to end the season that spent and to see the hard work pay off, especially, what does that feel like right now?
It's bittersweet. Bittersweet in the fact that we lose 2 seniors. But, we're really happy that we were able to do it again, go back to back. I'm praying for snow Monday because I really need a break. I don't know if we're going to get that or not, but I could really use a break for sure. But really proud of these kids, really proud of them.
Anything else?